But what are we talking about now? We got Jimmy High Roller, generational mistake. We're talking about how the Mavs have 7 active players that's able to actually play. Yeah, they might need like an injury clause at this point. Like I might actually.
Is the 2024 Dallas Mavericks, a team that accomplished what many...
Wait, no, there was a word you were supposed to say at the beginning, Jimmy.
This is the
There you go,
2024
this.
Dallas Mavericks, a team that accomplished what many teams could only hope for. They made
They
it
went
to
to
the
the finals.
NBA Finals.
They did.
Now, if ever in this position, most organizations will just run it back the next season. Keep the same core group of players, possibly make a few tweaks here and there, but when it's proven to work, the last thing you want is big, drastic changes. But not the Dallas Mavericks, because out of every big, drastic change you could possibly conjure up, they've gone through every single one of them. Out of the 14 players on this championship caliber
Out of the
team
14
you see
people?
here,
There ain't no way it's only
2
2
of them
people.
are currently
Two of them are currently playing.
active on their roster.
So only wait, not only. No, not only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half the team was traded? Jeez Louise.
As we speak, the Mavericks had a winning formula, but decided it wasn't
I don't even
enough.
know that other
It is a
dude.
mess around and
I know
find
the
out
light-skinned
of
dude's name. I
biblical
can't think of his
proportions,
name, though,
and
but
a trade
I
that
know it.
initially felt like the most shocking and inexcusable transaction in NBA
crazy
history
word.
has somehow turned out to be a whole lot worse.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't feel good about that. Nope.
Jimmy High Roller, we might not have to do 15 million pauses this video. It's already
Today's
8 minutes.
video is sponsored by more users by the Center
Ooh, would it
that
add to this
easily
on like a
afford
6-minute
together
video,
this.
low-key?
This is the total amount of time Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving played on the floor together this season.
25
it was
minutes?
a marvelous 25 minutes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
they were
goes at
hooping. They
just
were
how good
hooping. I'm not
Dallas
gonna lie.
could
They
be
were
in the
hooping.
post-Luka era.
I'm not gonna lie. They were hooping so good. When I seen the trade, I was like, healthy. And I'm emphasis this as much as possible. I was like, healthy. This team is better than the Lakers currently. And then what happened? The whole team fell apart. Literally, the whole team. Can I get the Lego sound effect? Just fell. It
What
just
would
fell.
ensue over the next month is a series of events that would make even the most rational, level-headed sports fans believe in curses. 5 weeks ago, when the Mavericks traded away Luka Doncic, the general consensus was that Dallas was trading away their future to win now. How in a matter of 5 weeks they've sacrificed
A
both
month?
is a tale that
Tallest person on the Mavericks. Derek Lively out. Kyler? Is that Kyler? That might be Kyler. Kyler Kelly out. Anthony Davis out. Daniel Gaffer out. Dwight Powell out. And there's they're actual 2 7-footers, and then the 3 6'10ers. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I'm not calling niggas 6'10" 7 foot, because when you have a 7-foot nigga with a bigger than a bigger wingspan, that nigga wingspan he ends up being able to just dunk without standing on some Victor Wembanyama. He ends up having a 9'6" wingspan or something crazy. If AD has an above average wingspan, his wingspan ends up being only like 7'1". Derek Lively's wingspan is damn near like 7'5" if it's above average. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same.
will be told for generations. Since trading away their golden ticket, Dallas has lost Anthony Davis for the rest of the season to a thigh injury. They lost Daniel Gaffer to an MCL sprain. In a 3-day span, they lost
They need
PJ
the,
Washington and
Incredibles
Jaden Hardy
music.
to ankle injuries, Dante Exum to a foot injury, and Kyrie Irving out for the rest of the season
They had
after
2
tearing an
injuries
ACL.
March 3rd? No, that's crazy.
70% of their rotation gone.
70%
and no
out.
generation
70 and this is the worst. This is the worst curse ever. How do you get 5 injuries in 3 days? Wait, 4 in 3 days. That's what I'm saying, bro. Horrible.
super mega star to carry the load in the meantime.
Active. That's 5. It's really 7, because I think the way it was looking. I think we're looking at
Under any other
G League 2
circumstance,
ways.
a wave of injuries like this would be unbelievably bad luck. And that's really what it is. Just sheer bad luck. But
The
it
worst
sure
luck.
doesn't feel like it.
Nico
Now,
Harrison.
I'm not a superstitious person. Everything that happens can be attributed to some rhyme and reason, some cause and effect. But when you throw your franchise player out of the building and call him a fat, lazy heathen before slamming the door in his face,
Crazy,
bad
buddy.
luck is gonna look a little bit more like retribution.
This is like when like you break up with somebody. You know when you break up with somebody and then you be like you never loved them anyways. That's that type of stuff. Like you don't even have to do all that, bro. You don't have to lie. Two, you didn't even have to say
And
all
it is
that.
so
Like,
much
come on,
worse
bro.
than we could have imagined. Last season, the Mavericks roster played a total of 18,134 minutes on the court.
Okay,
that's the
that's
combined
fire.
minutes of every player on their roster throughout the regular season. As
So Luka and Tim Hardaway Jr. played the most minutes played of the roster last season. That's crazy. And then Kyrie second. Fire. Okay.
of this week, only 10% of those minutes are on their active roster. 10%. That means 90% of all minutes from last season are not currently active or playing for the Dallas
Active or
Mavericks.
on the app.
And many
You
of
need
these
that
players will
inactive
continue
or
to be out
not
for
on the roster.
considerable time, if not
Because
the rest
Kyrie's
of the
hurt.
season. The returning 10% of playing
Josh
time
Green
comes from
and-
their backup center, the eighth man, and a man that's been on a two-way contract for the last 2 seasons. If you have a Mavericks fan in your life, check on them. See how they're doing. Because
Yeah, they
what has
hurting, bro.
happened to them and their team
What
is
about them
criminal.
Cowboys?
The only consolation to the Luka trade was that at
got
least
AD?
for the near future, the Mavericks would be in title contention with Kyrie and Davis. That
Now
they
they
would
hurt.
be winning games
So now you
while the
thinking,
Lakers
like-
were prepping Luka to take the torch from LeBron before he retires. This couldn't be further from reality.
Brain damage.
From
I'm
the
weak.
start of the season to the infamous trade, the Lakers and Mavericks were just a 1.5 apart in net rating.
Okay.
Even
There's a
without
point
Luka
and
in
a
the
half.
lineup for over a month, Dallas was playing better than LA. But since
Exactly.
Luka's first game with the Lakers,
Oh, boy,
LA
they had
has
the
the
best-
seventh
they had
best
the
net
second-
rating in the NBA of plus
Seventh best.
6.4, and the Mavericks
W.
have a net rating of negative 8.2. The third worst in the entire league. The Lakers look like legitimate
Wow.
contenders right now.
Even
winning
with
12
LeBron
of
out
their
for 2
last
weeks,
15
I think
games.
we
The
good. We
Mavericks
don't care
can
about these
hardly
2
field a
losses.
full
All right,
roster at
buddy.
the
We
moment.
got this.
Since Luka's debut in
LeBron
LA,
out.
the
We-
Lakers
only
are
2
a
weeks, though.
plus 117 in point differential. In that same time, the Mavericks are a negative 120.
You see, 12-3. 12-3. They only lost 3 games. I mean, they just lost 2 back-to-back. They lost against the Celtics. Granted, the Celtics loss is the only one I'm really tripping. The only one I'm not tripping about. I'm really tripping about the Brooklyn loss because I don't know why we lost to Brooklyn without LeBron. Like it's a Brooklyn, bro. Come on, bro. It's Brooklyn. Stop it, bro. The Celtics one, LeBron got hurt in the 4th quarter, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum played like 46 minutes in a regular season game, or like 44. Something crazy. Like, nah, bro. Like they were really trying to get the Lakers the W.
25. Not only did Dallas mortgage their future, they inadvertently sacrificed the present. And to literally add insult to injury, the
Yeah.
Mavericks front office and ownership has
Yeah,
taken
word,
zero
word.
accountability for the shoddy decisions
Zero.
they've made throughout all of this.
Of course.
In fact, they've doubled down, insisting
Uh-oh.
Luka was not fit to be the future of their franchise.
Luka
but
Magic
the
is
real
different.
kicker
Did
to
he-
all of
did
this
he
is
not
that
score
in
like
the one game
70
that we saw
points
how this team was
and go to the
intended
finals in
look,
like the same
they played
season?
great.
What do you-
Even
what
after
can
Anthony
one
Davis
ask
went
for?
down, Kyrie Irving stepped up and played some of the best basketball of his entire career,
Kyrie was
averaging
hooping, bro.
31 and 6 a game and carrying the offensive load for Dallas. But to
he
pull
was
this off,
hooping.
the Mavs had to play Kyrie far more than he ever has. Over the last month and a half, Kyrie played the most minutes per game of any player in the entire
Oh.
league, not out of desire.
Oh. Yeah, bro. My brother don't want to see this, bro. But we gonna see this, bro.
But out of necessity, the Mavs
He's the
needed
biggest
him to
Kyrie
play as
fan
much
I
as
know, bro.
possible in
Supporter,
the
you
absence
feel
of
me?
Luka and then AD. Over that same time span, in the 5 games Kyrie didn't play and in the one he left early due to injury, the Mavericks went 1-5 and lost by an
1-5
average margin
without
of more
Kyrie.
than 20 points.
Oh,
It's
good
impossible to know if Kyrie's injury was exacerbated by the excess minutes he was spending on the court. But playing an
38
aging
minutes?
33-year-old injury-prone point guard more minutes than he's ever played before feels like a catalyst. Losing AD in his first game with the team felt like the worst case scenario. And then Dallas lost half of their roster, and then they lost the player who was single-handedly keeping them afloat. Which brings us here. And with a Dallas Mavericks team that doesn't share an ounce of DNA with the team that made it to the finals just last season. Now, you hate to see any player get injured, regardless of the circumstance. The health of the players takes precedence over everything else that's going on. But the Mavericks specifically cited Luka's health as a major concern and one of the main reasons why they didn't see a future with him. The fact that directly following these statements, the Mavericks have been hit with one of the worst injury plagues we've seen in recent history, while Luka is absolutely obliterating every team he faces.
I know a lot of people say the NBA scripted, you know, This is a bad script. I say it's a bad script for the sole fact that if it is scripted, because all the injuries, which is why I don't think it's scripted, because it's just like, why would you do that? And unless for some reason, you feel me, like they get like Cooper Flag in Anthony Davis and AD, or same person. Wow. Okay, potentially. If Anthony Davis and Kyrie are actually like healthy next season with the addition of like a Cooper Flag or a top 3 pick, bro, something crazy. I don't think they get anything above like a 6
is a
pick.
level of irony that is almost too strange to even believe. As if the basketball gods are punishing them for the rash and brazen treatment of their former star.
Trading like
a curse,
25,
when in reality this is
crazy.
the result of trading away your best player, swapping him for a player who is often injured, working your remaining best player into the ground, and stumbling into a stretch of bad luck with absolutely no recourse. Right now, the outcry from Mavericks fans is enough to make anyone want to go and protest with them. You know it's bad when Wizards fans are offering you their condolences. To no fault of their own and against their wishes, in mere months, they went from cheering on Luka and Kyrie in the NBA Finals to watching their team dissipate and be reduced to rubble. And yet, despite their disappointment for how all of this is unfolding, Maverick fans are still as steady and passionate as ever.
38 minutes a game is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Completely undermined them
for
and
like
their
2-3
loyalty.
weeks.
But just this past week, the Mavericks offered their fans a token of appreciation, a gift to alleviate the recent betrayal they were put through by raising ticket prices 8%. Truly a masterclass of basketball mismanagement spearheaded by the worst trade in modern sports history.
That's why I'm like, who's buying the tickets if everybody's hurt? Nobody wants to watch these games. Like that's the real. I think that's the real ironic thing or irony out of this is, ooh, how does everybody get hurt? You have 7 active players on your roster that can play, and niggas said, raise the tickets up 8%. They raised the tickets up higher than the amount of players that can play in the game that they have available. Like, you can't make this up, bro. You really can't. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. See you on the next video, bro. Prayers for Kyrie, bro. Prayers for Anthony Davis, bro. Because I'm telling you, this team is going to be a team of basketball I want to watch. Like, I like these two players. Characters is crazy. I like these 2 basketball players. And, you know, sadly, they're on the Dallas Mavericks. If these 2 niggas could have been on the Chicago Bulls, I would be crying tears of joy right now. But this is like a good basketball team I'd actively watch. Like, I root for. If LeBron James were retired, this would probably be the team I'd be rooting for right now. But yeah, I can still root for both of them, but they're hurt. So I'm rooting for Luka, Bronikic. That's what the team name is. You had Anthony Davis or AD. Nah, bro. Taco Tuesday is over, bro. It's Bronikic now. So y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 200 followers on Twitch. Live every day. Day 331. On the road to 100 subscribers on YouTube and 1,100 on TikTok. All the links are in the descriptions below. I'll love y'all and I'll see y'all in the next video. Stay warm, stay hydrated, and stay safe. Particularly, I'll love y'all.